Hello. Okay, so if you are just joining me from Facebook, welcome. I am Dr. Latina Epps Thomas. I am a naturopathic doctor, a certified yoga instructor, and the co-author of the Health Coach Collective, and the host of Coffee Break Live. And you have joined me here while I'm going to do a Yoni steam. I'm so excited about this. This is something new, and it's something new for adding onto YouTube. So thank you for joining me over here on YouTube. The first thing I need to do, I'm getting ready to do this. So the first thing I need to do is I need to put this long, super long flowing, it almost looks like a gown almost. It's just super long and flowy. There we go. So I'll stick this over my head. Alrighty. And because I need some arms here, there we go. So you just stick this over your head, and this is what I'm about to sit on. So this is the throne that I'm about to sit on. There we go. So yeah, so thank you for joining me over here. I'm excited about this. This is very cool. And we're going to end up talking to Stacey some more about Yoni steams and womb care. Yes, come on in. I am. Okay, so then I just go ahead and sit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it on?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Busy people. I'm sitting. All righty. Yeah, go ahead and join me. Yeah, have a seat so we can talk. I want to talk a little bit more about, womb care. You mentioned when you mentioned that, by the way, this is Stacey. Stacey is the owner of Renew Wellness Spa here in Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm so excited because if you were on Facebook earlier, just a few minutes ago on Coffee Break Live on Facebook, you got a chance to take a sideways tour of Renew. We'll go back and do another one again. But you got a chance to see this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place that she has here. It is so welcoming and calming. I mean, if you listen, you can hear water, going, flowing. You can hear music, but it really is a beautiful place. And she also has esthetician here, far infrared sauna, which I'm super excited about, as well as a colonic table. How many colonic tables do you have?
2. We have 2 rooms.
2 colonic rooms, and I love that. So we'll definitely have to share that more with you. But right now we're talking about Yoni steams while I'm sitting on a Yoni steam. And you know what? Honestly, Stacey, I thought that this was going to be, like, for me, I probably have no shame, but but I really thought that this was going to be more I don't know, just different. Like, I thought it was going to be not embarrassing, but you know what I mean? Like, it just was going to be
just what you didn't expect.
Just weird and stuff. But it's not. It is really it's literally like I'm just sitting here and talking to you, and it's like, I literally don't feel anything. Am I supposed to feel something?
Well, no, I mean, you do feel a little bit of heat, right? Some steam. Do you feel like it's going to get a little warm? We just turned it on, yes. So we turned it on. We don't want it to be hot.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's definitely going to heat up for you. I mean, you've been sitting there for a couple of minutes, so yes, ma'am. So you should start feeling that steam, enter the vaginal canal, which is, the medicinal properties from all those herbs are just going to make you feel so great. We have water here. I know you love your tea, so you have your tea there.
Yes.
We definitely encourage you to stay hydrated while you're steaming and just enjoy, the steam.
So tell me, do you know the history behind Yoni steams?
Well, a little bit. I know Yoni is a Sanskrit word for vagina or womb. So you will hear the yoni referred to as, re-steam or vaginal steaming. It's all the same. And how we mentioned earlier, ladies have been steaming for centuries. And we are kind of just now starting to steam here in on the western side. So it's definitely a great benefit. A lot of ladies that steam with us or that have just kind of done this in the past, they say that they find great benefits from steaming. So if you're suffering from infection type of issues, like some ladies are chronic yeast infections or BV. So we have a lot of herbs that we blend together to help alleviate those issues.
And I love that, Stacey. The other thing about that, if you do have chronic yeast infections or anything like that, you really do need to look at your diet. And there are some things that you can do. A lot of times that comes from like a candida overgrowth.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, I feel it warming up now. But yeah, that's really a bigger issue than just a vaginal thing. Absolutely, doing the vaginal steam would help with that, but also they need to. It's holistic, right? Exactly. We're not just one part of us ourselves. We need to really address the root cause of what that is. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Exactly. So that's for the sugar eaters, right, and the pasta eaters. So
dairy,
exactly.
All of that stress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me about womb health and about womb trauma and womb healing.
Yes. So our womb, when it comes to yoni and just the studies that I've done with it, that the womb is one thing that ladies really kind of neglect. We don't take care of our reproductive health the way we take care of our hair and our nails and everything else. So it's just very important to kind of address those issues that we might be suffering from. Our womb is our center of life. We give life in the womb. That's where we bear children. So if you think, that's where a lot of trauma can come from, in your womb, just from having children, from going through your cycle, from having, some type of sexual type of abuse sometimes. And a lot of times when we don't address those issues and just kind of take care of those holistically, we're not kind of healing everything. So it's just important to do.
I think one of the things that I have found is that it could be all of those, plus there are those women that you disconnect from your womb because your womb is not functioning properly the way that you want it to. You wanted to have children, or you're having miscarriages, or not able to get pregnant. So a lot of infertility and things like that. When that happens, not only is that an emotional, mental thing, but you end up disconnecting from your womb because, your womb is not doing what it's supposed to do, what's so easy for so many other people to do.
Exactly.
But for women that are suffering from infertility issues, it becomes a source of sadness and grief. And that can be really powerful, and that continues the cycle then of the whole emotional part of infertility, that continues that cycle of infertility. Because if you continue to hold that stress and continue to not connect to your womb and things, you're not going. It makes it much more difficult for you to get pregnant.
Exactly.
So now, are there specific herbs that you can use for things like that?
Oh, sure. Just depending on, like we mentioned earlier, each blend is tailored for your issue. So if we had a young lady that wanted to address fertility issues, then we would put together blends for that. Or if they have some type of trauma issues that they want to address, we use sage a lot in our blends, and that sage is really, really good for energy healing. Yoni steaming, it has a lot of physical benefits, but spiritual as well. So that's why we encourage you to meditate and kind of connect with the womb when you're steaming, because those medicinal properties are so powerful. You can actually drink the same herbs that you're steaming with. That's how organic and good they are for you. So, of course, you'd have to steam over time to see, the results. One steam is not going to cure everything.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's certainly a great start to just healing emotionally, physically, and just reconnecting, like you said, back with the womb, and kind of just helping release some of the negative energy,
I
some
love
of the
that.
yeah, some a lot of the trauma that we suffer from, and that we just don't really address. So
I love that. So how long is a normal session, a normal Yoni steam session?
About 25 minutes.
It's about 25 minutes from the time you sit down on the throne, which
Yes.
hello, every queen needs a throne.
Yes.
But from the time you sit down on the throne until it's all finished, it's about 25 minutes.
About 25 minutes. If you
Okay.
are someone that has chronic infections, and infections meaning like the yeast infection, BV, because the heat and steam might contribute to it, we don't steam those clients for any longer than 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just because
Okay.
we don't want, to do the opposite.
Okay.
But if you're steaming just regularly, it's about 25-minute session.
And how often do you suggest someone actually getting a steam done?
We recommend if you're just kind of general maintenance, no issues that you're addressing, you just kind of want to, you're on a wellness journey and you just kind of want to keep, your holistic health in check, then we say once a month. But if you do have some issues that you're trying to address, then we say at least twice a week on the weeks that you're not menstruating.
Okay. All right. So one of the great things about doing a Yoni steam is the fact that the skin there in the vaginal area is very thin and is very porous. And what makes Yoni steam so amazing is that because it is so thin and porous, it absorbs all of those herbs and things very quickly, and those herbs are able to quickly get into the bloodstream and quickly be able to get and touch every part of your body. As opposed to, when you do drink something, and I'm a big proponent of drinking your teas and doing all of that, but it still has to go through the digestive system, right?
Exactly.
So it's not as quick of a process, and you actually lose some of the potency of the herbs when you ingest them. So one of the things that I found that a couple of years ago, I went to Sri Lanka, and I went to get some treatments. I went for a protocol for Hashimoto's, for an autoimmune disease that I have, at an Ayurvedic hospital.
Nice.
But I chose there because they allowed me to shadow the doctors, which I was very excited about. I wanted to be able to learn more about what was going on so I could bring it back here to the States. And one of the things we did every single day, part of my process was steams. So I got into those old-fashioned wooden dome things where you lay down, and the steam was all under, and it was boiling water with pots and and herbs in it.
Right.
But the reason they did that was because it's the quickest way to get herbs into your system and to get herbs into your bloodstream.
Oh yeah.
So this is all a part of like that, Indian Ayurvedic medicine. Like we said, it's been going on for centuries. So that's why doing a Yoni steam is so important. If you are trying to do that wellness, if you're on that wellness journey, trying to authentically live natural, incorporating Yoni steams into your process of doing that, into your journey, is such an amazing thing, because of the fact that, once again, the skin down there is much more porous and it's thinner, so you absorb those herbs a lot faster into your bloodstream, which is so great. So great. Let's see, somebody says, oh, great information, thank you so much. So when have you found that people are kind of nervous and scared when they first come in here and do this?
Well, excited too. So I wouldn't say scared. I think nervous and excited, because they walk through the door. So it's something that's making them excited, but they're kind of nervous because they don't know what to expect. Same thing for our colonics. They're kind of nervous and excited. I said, as long as you're not scared, you're fine. But yeah, we do get some ladies, they, have moved into this area. So they just want to find somewhere to kind of continue what they've been doing, which is great. They're familiar with it. And then we get some that actually, like you said, are kind of nervous about it. But once I explain everything to them, they see how they feel. Usually they come back. And then I love to get feedback. So I can't wait to talk to you after you're done to see how you feel.
Absolutely.
So we've had nothing but positive feedback from the ladies. The one thing that, what ladies can expect after a yoni steam is to see a change in your menstrual cycle, your next cycle. So because we're helping you shed that liner, you're probably going to have a menstrual cycle that's not very pleasant. And that's because we're getting rid of all that old junk that was probably going to take its time, but we kind of healed it up, or speeded up the healing for you. So once you have your next menstrual cycle, it may not be the best, but your cycles after that will be a whole lot better.
Because basically that the next cycle you have, basically what she's saying is that it is helping you to slough off even more of the lining that normally would have stayed on the lining of the uterus. It would have stayed there, but because these herbs have gotten into the womb and into the uteral area and into the bloodstream, it actually would help to slough off even more of the lining that normally would not have come off. It kind of helps you do that. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for that information. That's great. Mm-hmm. So how often do you said that you think that people should come here twice a week? Like, is that for life? Is it for, like, if they're dealing with an issue, is it for 3 months? Is it different for everybody?
It's definitely different for everybody. So depending on their issues, especially the ladies that are trying to conceive, we have to see them for a little bit longer because it's going to take a while for the herbs to kind of start to work. But if it's something kind of minor, like maybe the infections, we may not see them twice a week, maybe once a week for a couple of months. So like I said, we're not one size fits all. So 2 people can come and see me for the same thing, and one can heal a lot faster than the other lady because our diet, our stress, a lot comes, is a factor when we're living holistically.
Absolutely. And there are thousands of herbs that do some of the same things. Mm-hmm. And so, one herb may be really great for me and my body really responds well to that herb. Mm-hmm. But let's say for Stacey, that same herb just doesn't resonate with her as much as it does for me.
Right.
So, the first few times when you're coming in for this, you really need to kind of work with Stacey, tell her what your issues are and what's going on, so that she can then, if she needs to change the herbs, she can, because there's lots of herbs that do the same thing, but your body may be metabolizing them in a different way. Absolutely. And so it may not work for you, but there's another herb that will, that does the same thing. And so it's really important to, be honest, number one, be honest, but also to really explain what's going on with your body.
Right.
Whether it's with Stacey, with Yoni steams, or when you go to see a naturopathic doctor like me, if don't be ashamed of what you're going through. You came to us for a reason, for a purpose, for healing. And the only way that we can help you heal is if you are very honest with what your issues are. And I know that sometimes with women, or men too, anything dealing sexually can be a little bit, embarrassing, or can be a little bit more difficult to talk about. But that's what we're here for. And there are no judgments. We're truly here to help you on that journey of authentically living natural. So, help us do that. Help us help you do that. Okay, so I'm sitting on the throne right now. My throne, girl. I'm gonna say that 1,000 times.
Yes,
I'm sitting on my throne. Yes. But I'm sitting on the throne, and I am feeling it warm. Like, it's warm. It's not burning,
right?
But it's warm. I feel it, y'all people. I'm feeling it. What is the temperature on this?
The temperature is about 150 to 160. It is self-heating, which is good. Most people that Yoni steam, they'll just boil water, let it cool for about 5 minutes, and then sit over it. But this one actually stays hot the whole time, which is great. So we can kind of make sure that it doesn't get too cool. So between 150 and 160.
Okay. And is there a particular reason why that temperature?
No, that's just what this one does. And we know that you won't burn. So that's probably the ideal temperature that goes great with steaming, making sure it's not too hot and not too cold, especially because it's very sensitive down there
So let me ask you this. Are there any, is there anything that after I finish doing this, is there anything that I should avoid or anything that I can do? Or is everything, I mean, just go about life as normal?
You definitely would go about life as normal. Again, to expect your next menstrual cycle to be a little more intense. Also, we like for you to avoid cold foods. We want you to consume warm tea, soup, stuff like that. Um, what else?
Room temperature water or hot water. We've talked about that before, but all of this goes along with that Ayurvedic medicine or that Eastern medicine. So I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Expect to probably see a little discharge, and that's because you're you're cleaning and cleansing, but nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to make you, not be able to go to the gym or do your normal daily activity. If you have a significant other, you might have some fun tonight, but that's about it. It's nothing but benefits that you get. Was there a question there?
Well, it says, could it help with irregularity?
It definitely, we have a lot of herbs that help regulate your cycle, like mugwort is probably one that we
love mugwort.
Mugwort,
yes.
yarrow, nettle, those are some of the ones that we use to help regulate menstrual cycle, especially for our ladies that are short cycles, 25 days or less. So we usually help those ladies by adding a lot of those herbs, regulating herbs. So yes, there's a herb for every issue that we have.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay, mm-hmm. So what I'm feeling is I feel the steam, and it's warm. It's warm. It's getting in there. It's warm. It doesn't feel like it's burning me, but it does feel warm. But that's about it. Like I'm sitting here. I don't feel uncomfortable sitting here. I'm completely, if you could see this robe that I have, or this thing I have on, what is this thing called?
It's just a Yoni gown, Yoni robe.
Feels like it feels like a muumuu, people. Yeah.
It's a little silk, little number.
It's a little silk. Yes, it's so pretty.
And you got 4 minutes left.
Okay. But it's just this gown that goes over the throne. It goes over my legs. Like I'm on live, and like you can't see anything. Even if I were to pan the camera down, you still wouldn't see anything. You'd see me sitting in what looks like a muumuu. This gigantic shapeless muumuu thing. Yes, it's wonderful. So does anybody have any questions about Yoni steams? Because this is your time to ask your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them. Make sure that you type your questions in there. But yeah, so what are the hours here for Renew Wellness Spa?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday, we're here from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Saturday, we're here from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Wonderful. And how can they find you?
They can find us online at www.renewspamemphis.com, or they can give us a call and make an appointment at 901-435-6150.
Wonderful. Now, here's my next question. Did I see any type of coupon, or do you have any specials going on that we need to tell people about? Or
we do have February specials. So every month we do have different specials on our services. So this month we have a few nice February specials. We have some specials on our facials this month. We actually have a contest going on right now. So if you go to our Instagram page, Renew Spa Memphis, you can enter our facial contest, and you can win 2 free facials for you and a friend or loved one. We'll be announcing that winner and making the drawing on February 11th. So
wait. Stacey, can it just be 2 for you?
I'm just saying. Well, we would like for you to tag your friend that you're going to bring with you. So as long as they don't mind giving you their ring, then you can work it out. Or you can tag yourself in the other page, I guess. And, if you win, it'll be you and, you.
I'm just asking. No.
Right. So what you would do is you would just go to our Instagram page. You would find that contest. You would just tag a friend that you actually want to bring with you if you win. And then we will be selecting the winner on February 11th for our Valentine's Day organic facials for 2.
Love that. So make sure you go to Instagram. If I was closer to the camera, I could type in what the Instagram information was.
RenewSpaMemphis.com or Renew Spa Memphis.
Her Instagram is Renew Spa Memphis. If you like this information, make sure that you down below that you subscribe to this channel. I'll be putting lots more things, lots more field trips of alternative methods to healing that's going to help you on your journey to authentically living natural on this YouTube page. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and then hit that little ringer button thing, you know, the little bell that'll give you notifications as to actually when I put in new videos or when I'm going live again. I'm going to try to go live a lot more. So yeah, yep, we are in Germantown. Yes, Renew Wellness is in Germantown. Okay, there was a question. It says, do you encourage people during an I can't read that this far. What does it say, Stacey?
Exacerbation of BV or yeast infection to steam. Yes, you can steam if you have a reoccurrence of those issues. We just modify the steam time to make sure you're not steaming any longer than 15 minutes. And we like to see those ladies at least once a week to help with the yeast infection or the BV. So yes, definitely we can steam for those issues as well.
And the other thing with that, I think we mentioned before, you definitely want to look at your diet. So if you are having those issues, you also want to limit your sugar and limit your dairy, and make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. You want to make sure you're definitely staying hydrated. For women, I always say people should drink 3 liters of water a day. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything in your body needs water. But if you can't get that in, or if that's too much to try to figure out how much that is, then, divide your weight in half. And that's how many ounces that you should drink. But I just drink 3 liters of water and you'll be fine.
And I tell them drink half of your body weight in ounces. Yeah. That way I think it kind of they like that math.
And basically it pretty much comes out to about the same thing.
Right.
But yeah, and if you're working out, you need to drink a little bit more than that as well. But it seems like my steam has stopped.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm feeling it cooler. I see the little thingies going there. So what's next? How do I deal with this now? What do I do?
Okay.
What do I do now?
Okay, so now that you are all done, there is, if you look beside you, there's a little thing there full of some wipes. So so you can just freshen up. Take your time. Once you're all done freshening up, you can just drop the robe in the basket that we have there. Take your water and tea with you and come on out. And we have aftercare sheet that we give you to take home that talks about things to eat, like to avoid the cold or frozen foods, what to expect, like your menstrual cycle being a little bit weird next time you get one, the heavy discharge. So it's just a list of things that we give you to take home and just read so that you know exactly what to expect and then how often you should steam. So we kind of have all of that to give you when you go home.
Okay, well, wonderful. Well, thank you, Stacey, so much. I'm going to actually show everybody. I'm going to stand up so that you can see you honestly could do this with your girlfriend. Like Stacey and I sat here the entire time talking about Yoni steams while I was on a Yoni steam on the throne. So it's not embarrassing. It's comfortable. I'm actually sitting on like a cushion, which is really nice. And everything is sanitary. There was a cloth over a disposable cloth over the seat, and everything gets wiped down, so you don't have to worry about it not being sanitary, especially during these times where look what we're wearing, right? All of those precautions are taken. And so yes, thank you so much, Stacey.
Thank you,
I appreciate it.
Yes,
okay, everybody, look. I'm gonna show everyone. I'm gonna stand up. Look, see, I'm in this giant moo-boo that has absolutely no shape whatsoever. And I'm gonna show you what the steam or what the throne looked like. There you go. See, that's it. That's the throne. That's the throne there. And then we also have next to it, if you can see that, that's where the steam was coming out. And I was sitting on the throne, and in the throne is a little cup where the steam and the herbs are. So let me see if I can show that to you. There we go. So that's where the steam and the herbs are in that seat there. There you go. Yeah. And that's it. That is all there is to this. I'm going to obviously get cleaned up without y'all. And I'm gonna get cleaned up without you. But that's all there is about Yoni steams. Thank you so much. And if you go back onto Facebook, I will continue on and we'll finish up on Facebook. And yeah, I'm going to give you a tour of the place. So give us a few minutes and I'm going to give you a tour of the facility. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the tour here. I'm going to do it on YouTube. And then we'll put everything on YouTube or on Facebook, and people on Facebook can see it there. But I'm going to do it on YouTube or on YouTube here. So stay tuned. All right, Stacey, I'm going to flip you around, guys, so I can get dressed here.
I'm gonna leave you, right? I'm gone.
Yep, you're gone. I'm going to flip it around here. So there we go. I'm actually just going to stop the camera really quick so I can get dressed, because I'm not actually trying to show everybody me getting dressed on YouTube. Like that was not the point of me doing this. But yeah, if you have any questions, by all means, put them in the comments, put your questions in so that we can answer your questions. It was great. I feel amazing, honestly. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much for sticking with me and for that little interlude of music that you may have been able to enjoy. I guess I'm in here by myself, so I don't have to wear this right now. But that was pretty amazing. Like, I feel really, really good. Yeah, it feels refreshing. It feels like, but it's like a whole body refreshing. I'm not even sure how to explain it completely, but it feels yeah, you just feel clean. Like, I feel clean, all clean in the Yoni area, clean everywhere. So let's go out and I'll show you a little bit of the room. So here's the room. Beautiful, beautiful room here. When you walk in, this is what you see. It's gorgeous. How beautiful is that? Now, that chair is not normally there. We just put that in there for Stacey. But this is what the throne looks like without the seat on it. Yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This place is so, so incredibly beautiful. You would absolutely love this place. So let me put my mask on so we can go outside, because I really do want to take you on a tour of this place, because you need to see this place. We're going to do more coffee break lives from here so you can see all the amazing things they have. But well, we got Stacey working over here. Looking at her stuff.
Oh yeah, we're just getting some more stuff back on the shelf.
So this is the all natural skin care line that they have here, the Renew This is your brand, right? The Renew brand. Awesome.
Yes. Amber, she actually makes that line. She's the previous owner, and she actually has a skincare line, and we carry her line here as our house product.
Love that. I love that. Okay, now then we also have this is the other thing that the esthetician here uses. It's really great. And can you tell me just a little bit about it?
The Mew, it's our all natural organic skincare that we sell here. So usually our facials that we do, they're all organic, just like the Yoni. We customize each facial to your skin. So we mix and blend your masks here. We don't use anything off the shelf on your face when we do your organic facials. But we do sell an organic line that you can take home and keep your skin nice and clean and clear after you get your facials with us.
That is great. And then there's also, they have like their own, you have like your own little apothecary here. Yes. Like, so elderberry, how much do we love elderberry for boosting your immune system, right? It's amazing. As I see an elderberry syrup, elderberry with honey. This is wonderful. You've got turmeric and ginger, which is so good for inflammation, for reducing inflammation. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is like, if you go to an Ayurvedic hospital and they don't use ashwagandha, you need to turn around and walk back out because they're not legit. Exactly. They do. Ashwagandha is in everything. Exactly. Okay, so let me show you the entrance here. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Just an absolutely beautiful facility. So calming, so peaceful. So when you first walk into the facility, when you first walk in, you'll come up to the desk, to the front desk, and you fill out a form. And in that form, can you show me a form so we can show everybody? In the form, it has vaginal steaming form. Yes, this is the vaginal steam intake form. And in this form, it asks quite a lot of questions, but like I said before, not as many questions as I ask on my intake form. So that's good, thank you. But one of the things that they also do is you talk all about, you know, your menstrual symptoms, bladder issues, digestive issues. These are all the things that that help Stacey be able to make up your custom blend of herbs for your Yoni steam. And can I tell you, I feel really like, I don't know, it feels clean. Like it feels, you feel, yeah, lighter. Yeah. Does that make sense?
A lot of people say that.
I feel lighter. Yes, this is this beautiful girl right here. Tell me your name again, please.
Kishana.
Kishana. This is Kishana. She is a student for the esthetician, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. She's going to be doing, okay, vaginal
vajacials.
Vajacials. I was trying to think of the term for it. Vajacials. Yes. So can you explain to the YouTube watchers what a vajacial is?
So a vajacial is basically just like a normal facial, but just except for your vagina. So we do like different things as far as on the facial, like extracting, getting those impurities out, getting those blackheads out. You want to do that with any ingrown hairs down there. You want to take out all those unwanted hairs, get all of that junk out of your vagina that you don't want there, and be able to put on a nice mask, do a deep cleanse with it, and some steams, open up those pores, and just rejuvenate that dry skin just like your face.
Did Stacey bring this from California?
No, this is actually something that the new people are into. This is like
really
a new thing.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. See, I love the idea, and I feel like it's something I totally want to do, but I'm just not so sure. like I love new things, and I love finding out about new ways to heal and new alternative methods for wellness. But that one I'm not so sure about. I'm just not so sure about. Okay, so there is a far infrared sauna here. And I think somebody is in there enjoying a far infrared sauna. So we gotta be quiet. Then we also have here.
This is our organic facial room. where we do 2 types of facials, either the organic facial and then we do an electrical facial, where that's our instant facelift. Danielle's gone, so she's not able to explain to you all more into detail what that is, but those are the 2 that we do, and our ladies and gentlemen really love our facials.
Awesome. Awesome. It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep walking here.
This is our body wrap room, also known as the mud room. It gets really messy in here. This is where we do our contour body wraps. We start you off in the infrared sauna, and then we bring you in here, and we wrap you really tight like a mummy. But before we wrap you, we paint your body with a bunch of different herbs to help detox. So we use seaweed and charcoal and sea moss and a lot of different herbs that actually help penetrate your pores and detox. And then after we wrap you, we lay you in an infrared blanket. So we actually recline the chair out for you. And we have an infrared blanket that we put on there and we zip you in there. And you just kind of sweat and detox for 45 minutes. And when we unwrap you, you are looking like camera ready.
Oh, I
So
love that.
Oh yeah. So it gets all that excess water. You don't lose fat. You just lose a lot of excess water. So people that are like doing photo shoots, getting married, going to the beach, and want to kind of get rid of some water really quick, we'll do it for you.
Well, not only that, but does help with some of those dimpling from cellulite and things like that. You're not actually getting rid of the cellulite, but you're getting rid of the water that is,
creating that look.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. And of course, this is my number 1 favorite room of life all time. This would be the colonic room. Yes, people, there is a colonic room here. There's actually 2 of them. Love this. This is the Libby system. I love the Libby system. We will definitely have to come back and talk about colonics, because colonics are just so incredibly good for you. So we'll definitely have to do that. And then of course she has bathrooms here, and so that is the spa. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Now, Stacey, what I was telling people was that, and we can go back up front if you want to and talk, but I was telling people that I feel lighter.
Yes.
Like I feel
like you just got off your throne, right?
I literally feel like I just got off, y'all.
I just inner queen.
Yes.
Oh, yes, queen. Like,
yes.
Like,
yes.
Chest out, right?
Yes, all of that. Yes. Yes. So not only here we go, Stacey, come have a seat. So not only do you get an amazing cleanse here, but you also get a hype person, a hype woman in Stacey.
I'm just a cheerleader. That's all. Just call me your personal cheerleader.
Stacey's gonna hype you up as the queen that you are.
For sure.
So, so I feel. I know you wanted feedback, so I feel lighter. I feel. Honestly, I was having a little bit of back pain, like my lower back was hurting a little bit, and now it's not hurting as much. And of course, some of that's going to be from the heat, from sitting on the heat, which helps with that inflammation and everything that is down there. But wow, girl,
yeah. And a lot of those herbs have a lot of anti-inflammatory properties as well. So a lot of the herbs have 2 or 3 different benefits that you can get from them. So So you can just feel great overall. It's not just a kind of one catch-all. You can kind of treat several different things at once.
Yes, because remember, the skin that is in the vaginal area is thinner and more porous than, you know, the skin that is like on your arm or your leg or something. And so you're going to get those herbs into your bloodstreams, those anti-inflammatory herbs into your bloodstream a lot faster, so that they can go to work a lot better. Oh, I love that. Girl, I feel like a new person.
Yeah. I could see the light bulb coming on, you know, and that's what I love. That's why I would do this every day for free, because I just love what people say, how this stuff makes you feel. Like it's no joke. Like this holistic healing is another level.
I mean, this is literally like, I feel amazing. I feel absolutely amazing.
Good.
Okay, so while we're still on, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where are you from?
I'm from California. I am a prior military, so that's why I'm here in Memphis. I retired here from the service about 3 years ago. So when I retired, I decided not to move back home because my oldest daughter, which is here at the front desk, Kishana.
That's who Kishana is?
That's who Kishana is, yes.
I mean, you could have told us who you were, girl. She's just like, oh yeah.
She was starting her freshman year at University of Memphis, so I didn't want to relocate while she was still here in college. And then my youngest daughter, she was getting ready to start high school, so I decided to stay in the area. Plus, I love the South. My mom is from Mississippi, so I have a lot of Southern roots.
So are you originally from California?
I'm originally born and raised.
Okay, so where in California?
Ventura County, a city called Oxnard. Yes, like about 45 minutes from LA. So that's where I was born and raised. I'm a California girl, but I love the South. Like I said, my mother's from Mississippi, so you know I have family right around the corner. Of course, the cost of living is great. So, so
y'all don't let her fool you. She's here for the cost of living. Because you could get like a one room this as big as the lobby is here, and that's like $1 million in California.
Exactly.
So you know, like what? Like let's be clear.
Exactly.
Let's be clear.
So yeah. So and plus, you know, the Southern hospitality is great. And then you know, just this type of like I got into holistic lifestyle when I was in my young 20s. Colonics is my life, just like it is yours. I feel like it saved my life.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, you know, we have an issue of colon issues in the women's side of my family. From my grandmother to her sisters, they all have issues with the colon, colon cancer, colon tumors, colonoscopies, colon everything that's not great. So I found early in life I had issues going to the bathroom regularly. And when I was 22 years old, I had my first colonoscopy. And it wasn't fun.
Not at all.
No, because
whether you're 22 or 42 or 30, whatever.
Well, I can tell you then they weren't putting people to sleep like they do now. So I was stationed on an army base, and they had no love, and they just did what they had to do with it. It was because I was having a lot of side effects from the pain medications that I was taking from, you know, having a bad knee and a bad back in the military. So, you know, they were keeping me well, keeping me on the battlefield, but I had personal family issues that I was suffering from, which is constipation. So the meds were making me worse.
Oh, absolutely.
The side effect was constipation.
Slow, and usually that comes from a slow colon. A slow working colon. The colon is a muscle, you know, the peristalsis muscles.
Exactly.
If they're not working properly, they're just like any other muscle that you have to kind of exercise. And if you don't, then they don't work, and you can get constipated and have chronic constipation.
Right. And then when you start taking meds that have a side effect of constipation, it just makes your life even worse.
Absolutely.
So back then in my early 20s, I started doing colonics on the closed system, which was very different, but it was helpful for me. And then on top of that, I knew like I needed to just have a different diet, like just eat better to kind of help things move. But of course, being in the military, sometimes you're not in control of what you eat.
Well, no.
You have to do what's there.
Right.
And most of the time it was high calorie foods and things like that.
Refined carbohydrates to give you that energy.
Exactly.
But not necessarily the best for your diet.
Exactly.
Well, don't tell too much of your colonic story, because we're going to have to come back.
Okay, so stay tuned for
You've got to come back and stay tuned for when we do colonics, because I'm telling you, we got to do them. We'll show all of that, and we'll talk about it. And that's when I want you to tell your complete story about colonics, because I want people to come back and definitely hear about that. So how often do you do the Yoni steam?
I Yoni steam once a month.
Okay.
just for regular maintenance. And I'm kind of getting up there in age, so to change the hormonal things going on with the hot flashes and the dryness sometimes. So I steam to make sure everything is kosher, and it really is.
So for those of you who may be a little bit older, who are going through change, you may have your own little personal summers going on, or whatever. The vaginal health is very important, and it becomes even more important as you get older. And so having Yoni steams is something that can help you with keeping the vaginal area nice and, I want to say supple. Is that a good word? Supple?
Healthy.
Supple,
Healthy.
healthy. Yeah, healthy and primed and,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
love this. Okay, well, thank you for sharing this experience with everybody. And thank you everyone for tuning in and joining us here on Coffee Break Live. Love you all, and I will have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. We have a lot of things coming up this week, so make sure you tune in on Monday, and I'm going to actually put this on the Facebook page, so you'll be able to see all of it later. All right. Remember, you're already a winner because you woke up this morning. See you later. Bye.